everyone, it's Reagan and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. So the funny thing about this reading vlog was I actually didn't plan to vlog this weekend because I was embarrassed, which sounds super weird, but basically the last weekend and the last vlog I put up was of a long weekend, and basically since last weekend I have not read a page. I just had a really long, like, harder work week, and I just came home, I was really tired, and I didn't pick up a book. I just kind of watched Friends and immediately fell asleep. But so because of that, I was like, didn't want to do a reading vlog because I was like, I'm just gonna feature, you know, some of the books that were in that one, but I decided, you know, against it because one, the book I'm reading I'm really loving, so I wanted to feature it. And two, I don't think you guys would mind, hopefully. I think it's just more of an internal thing. But anyway, before I jump into my reading plans, Clay and I don't have any wild plans for the weekend. I think we're gonna try to catch a show tomorrow with a friend and just relax. I want to watch Crazy Rich Asians, the movie, this weekend. I'm reading the book, spoiler alert, so I'm hoping to finish that early tomorrow, so then on Sunday we can watch the movie because I am obsessed with it right now. But anyway, no big plans, just kind of hanging out. What's new? Avatar: The Last Airbender will be watched. But anyway, without further ado, let's talk about the books. Actually, first things first. Oh, she likes to play hard to get. Alrighty, first things first, let's talk about the books I want to read this weekend. I am currently in the midst of reading Crazy Rich Asians. This book is actually over 500 pages. It does not look like it, but it is. I'm on page 220. So I want to read the last like 300-ish pages between today and early tomorrow so we can watch the movie. I am loving this book. It's fascinating, hilarious, just gripping. I don't know, it's like you just don't want to put it down. It just has so many great things going for it. It's just so, oh, now she'll play. This book has just been fascinating in so many different ways. First, you're just getting a window to learn about and to read about some so insanely rich people. It's hard to even fathom. So just to kind of see, even though it's fictionalized, like a way that they live, it's absolutely fascinating. Two, I feel like a lot of the very wealthy people books I have read, which aren't very many, but like thinking of Pride and Prejudice and things like that, are all, you know, usually set in Europe or like New York City. So one, it's cool just to have a story like this set in a very different culture than one that I've read. I mean, it's set in Singapore mostly. Obviously, they also reference a lot of other surrounding countries like China, etc. And it's just so interesting and unique, and I am just riveted by it. So I definitely want to finish this. From there, I want to pick up The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson, which is the second book in the Truly Devious series, which I read and really, really liked. It is a murder mystery set in a boarding school. I really like the main character. She's kind of like a Sherlock Holmesy type of person. So I definitely want to read this because I feel like it'll be really fast paced and a great book to kind of get me back into the swing of reading. Actually, both these books feel like would fit the bill. But yeah. All right, I've now stationed myself on the couch with a snack and Matilda, she's behind the camera, and my book because Clay's coming home in about 2 hours, so I really want to get some reading in before he does. And shock, it's a Friday night, so we're ordering pizza. I know, we are just creatures of habit. It's because Clay tends to work later. He gets home between like 8:30 and 9, and then, I don't know, getting the motivation to go out to eat for like 2 hours or an hour and a half. At that time, we'd rather really fill that in with Avatar: The Last Airbender instead, which is what we're doing. But yeah, so I'm gonna read, listen to some music, probably the new Maggie Rogers album because it is so good, but read. So bye. Hi everyone, so time has passed since we've last spoken. Clay is almost home with pizza, bless him, and I've obviously showered, but I've also read 100 pages of Crazy Rich Asians, so I have 200 pages left of this book. I'm loving it so much. I mean, there's so many ways I can say this, but it's just entertaining and so over the top. I cannot wait to watch the movie. I can't imagine how visually stunning it's gonna be. They go to so many cool locations, and obviously everyone is very well dressed and all sorts of things. There's a lot of like ambiance to this book. Again, flying through it and loving it. So definitely will read more tonight, but I'm happy I've already read 100 pages. When Clay gets back, we're gonna watch Avatar, most likely. I finally have hooked him. He has been liking Avatar, but it wasn't until we watched the season finale of season 1 where he's now been asking me to watch Avatar, not the other way around. Like, he's really into the story now, and Toph is now there, so things are only gonna get better. which is super exciting. Basically, he's falling slowly into my trap of tricking him into watching anime. We start with Avatar, and before he knows it, we're watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and then he's obsessed, and then there's no looking back. But yes, that's the plan for tonight. Definitely taking it easy. I'm tired, to be quite frank, so I don't feel like doing anything, and Clay's also tired, so we're on the same page, luckily. I am gonna do a bit of picking up now around the apartment. Let's do some jams, and then when Clay gets home, we're gonna eat. So, woo! Clay's home and he got the pizza. We are literally a broken record, Clay.
Yeah.
We eat pizza on Fridays. Pizza? Avatar. Hi everyone. So Clay and I watched like 6 episodes of Avatar. It's getting so good. I don't know. Middle of book 2 is like some of my most favorite moments. You learn so much about characters, there's so much backstory, so much anticipation and like twists and turns. But Clay's now playing Madden, surprise. And I've moved into the bedroom to read more Crazy Rich Asians. Again, I'm on page 300. Matilda is here. She wants to go under the blankets. Hold on. Anyway, I am on page 300. I'm really, really tired. It's not even that late. I just haven't gotten enough sleep this week. So I don't know how much more I'm gonna read. Probably, I'm gonna try to read another like 50 or 60 pages, and then I'll have about 150 pages left to read tomorrow morning when I wake up, which I plan to do. I'm not actually filming anything tomorrow. I'm filming only on Sunday. So I have like tomorrow morning to read, because normally how my schedule works is like on the weekends I'll wake up at like 8 and I'll do a lot of filming and editing from like 8 to 1, and then I kind of have the afternoon and the evening. But tomorrow I'm not filming in the morning, so I guess I'll just read. Good morning, everyone. It's like 10:30. Clay and I have been up for an hour. We've just been kind of cleaning up, but now we're gonna walk to the store and pick up things to make breakfast. I think we're gonna hang around here today and just kind of like hang out, shoot some Instagrams, but mostly just read. He wants to get some reading in and maybe watch more Avatar. And then I think we're gonna meet up with friends later in the evening and do stuff then. Cause you know, it's kind of chill. Turns out our favorite comedian's show ended. Sad. So we've had to pivot and do new stuff instead, which is what we're working on now. But now we're gonna go pick up some food. And we're home. Got some snacks. We mostly just picked up breakfast and milk for all of our lattes we like to make, which by the way, I'm gonna make one right now. And then I'm gonna sit over there on the couch with Matilda and read Crazy Rich Asians. We have made lattes, and what are we about to do, Clay?
About to read.
Read. What is your problem? My kind of Saturday morning. Avatar, eggs, Matilda. There it is. I read like 40 pages of this before breakfast. It's getting so good. Well, it's been good, but like the wedding's happening. It's wild. He's got his stuff. It's the best day. Why are you so weird, Millie? Find a nice, comfortable spot on top of your cage? Yeah? She's just been hanging out here for like an hour. So, such a little weirdo. Such a little weirdo. Hi friends, so I have retreated into the bedroom with Matilda, who obviously wants to go underneath some covers, but I am still in pajamas. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm just living my best Saturday life, and I'm gonna stay in my pajamas a little longer and read Crazy Rich Asians. I'm gonna try to finish it right now. I have like 160 pages left. I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish right in this moment, but I'm definitely gonna finish it today, no problem. And then I'll have over 300 pages read, which is great going into Sunday. Clay and I have just been cleaning a bit. I think we're gonna like clean out our closets over the next couple weekends and kind of get donations together and bring them to some local places. But that's besides the point. But for now, I'm gonna read and listen to some music on my little Google thing. I signed up for Spotify recently. I switched over from Apple Music because I wanted to have collaborative playlists, and I have to say I'm very happy. Spotify has way better playlists and radio, so big fan. But anyway, I'm gonna listen to that now on my Google Home and read my book. So goodbye. Hi everyone, I'm officially in the home stretch of this book. It's so good. It makes my heart, oh, so many feelings. There's more books in this series and I feel like I need to buy them right away because I'm so like deeply connected to everyone, and it's just such a fascinating story. Okay, I'm not gonna talk too long because I really want to finish it, but I wanted to check in to say I'm almost finished it. Hey, almost 300 pages read, and it's Saturday afternoon, no longer morning, though I'm still in my pajamas. Hi everyone, I'm back because I finished Crazy Rich Asians. I've read over 300 pages so far this weekend because this book actually turned out to be longer than I realized it, because it is 527 pages. That means I read 307 pages, which I'm actually very, very happy with. Right now I'm about to have my afternoon coffee. We are meeting up with some friends later, so I don't know how much more reading I'm going to do today, which is fine though, because I've already read 300 pages. I read quite a bit today. I loved this book. It was so entertaining, laugh out loud funny, absolutely fascinating. To get a peek into these people's lives is just, I can't even like fathom how they live because they're just so rich. But it was so cool. I definitely plan on watching the movie either tonight or tomorrow. And I'm planning on buying the next 2 books in this series because I just love the characters so much. Like either I hate them but I love them, or like I love them. But I just really like this. It was such a great change of pace for me because I've been reading pretty much only fantasy for months now. So it was nice to read something completely in a totally different zone, and I liked every second of it. So I'm going to pick up the next 2 books because this was so great. Loved it. So great. 4 out of 5 stars. 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was so entertaining. Buonissimo. That's not a word. Hi everyone. So Clay and I were just watching some Bravo. I was catching up on Top Chef. But now, where are we going, Clay? Where are we going?
Get some seafood.
We're gonna get some seafood, try to get in some dollar oysters in for tonight, and then we're gonna meet up with a friend. But I put on a sweater. I got changed. I'm wearing a t-shirt and a sweater, but the same jeans. You know, looking my best. We're trash, but we also love oysters. Good morning, everyone. Lattes in the process of been making, and I have been on the couch watching Great British Bake Off. It's been a pretty great morning. About to do some filming, 1 video to film today and a bunch of editing, but then I'm gonna get right to reading. I really just spent all morning watching the Great British Bake Off because it's my favorite thing in the entire world. What can I say? When given the ultimate choice, which one will you choose, Matilda? Tricky decision. Which one? You want none of them? What are you doing over there? There's nothing in there for you. Oh, so I give you 3 bones, but none of them are good enough? Huh? 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 She wanted the pink elephant, everyone. At least I think she does. She hasn't fully committed to this one either. Spoiled pug. Oh no, yeah. I think she's decided this is the one she wants to destroy. Hi everyone, so I have finished filming and all of a sudden it kind of got a little gloomy outside, which is perfect for a Sunday. But Clay went out to pick up a few things for our breakfast lunch. We're gonna cook something, and I was gonna sit down and read while he was gone. And I was gonna pick up The Vanishing Stair, but I just don't feel like reading something scary. I feel like reading something a little weird. So I've decided to pick up The Assassination of Bhagwan Spurge, which is this like weird, illustrated middle grade book about like an elven spy who's trying to infiltrate like the dwarven kingdom and steal their secrets. It sounds super strange, quirky, and I've heard really good things, so I'm gonna pick this up and see how it is. I don't know. I'm very, very interested. And the illustrations are so cool. They look like they're like engraved and stamped, which is like a very popular vehicle of art during the time period this book kind of feels reminiscent of. So I'm gonna pick this up, see how it is. Clay and I think are just gonna like chill at home today, watch Avatar, watch Crazy Rich Asians, the movie, read. We do need to go take some Instagram, so we'll do that, but I think overall we're gonna keep it very, very chill and just hang out, which is great. I also think we're gonna clean out our closets today. I don't know, I feel very inspired to get rid of some things, so we will see how that goes, but for now I'm going to read, so I'll check in a bit. Clay is back from the store and is now cooking. Shout out to him. And I quickly flew through 100 pages of my book, The Assassination of Bhagwan Spurge. Before you get too impressed, this book has a lot of illustrations, so I more likely read like 50 pages, but I'm really liking it so far. It is so quirky and so weird, which is exactly what I wanted it to be. I misspoke. It's about a spy and emissary from the Elven Kingdom going to the Goblin Kingdom, and he's basically meeting up with their spy and emissary, and they're both historians, and so far it's just really funny. It kind of reminds me of like Monty Python. There's just absurd situations that keep happening. The illustrations are super cool. But specifically, the Goblin emissary like really wants to become like best friends with the Elven one because they have similar interests. Like he really wants to learn about the Elven Kingdom and like put this war behind them, the hundreds of years of conflict. And obviously, like politically speaking, the kings of both those kingdoms do not want that to happen. So there's just like two nerdy historians meeting up. Well, the Elven guy keeps fainting because the Goblin Kingdom is very different and everyone's big and a little scary. He's misinterpreting things. But so far, I'm really liking this book. It's so peculiar and strange, but which is honestly exactly what I wanted. So I really think I actually might be able to finish this today. Like it's 500 pages, but I mean, I read 100 pages super fast. So I can hopefully finish it, if not get a decent of the chunk of the way through. But right now we're cooking and probably gonna watch some TV. So I'm gonna take a bit of a break, but I will check in. Breakfast and friends, my two favorite things. Well, I cleaned out my entire closet. Getting rid of everything apparently. Hopefully this pile doesn't stay here for too long, but we shall see. Hi everyone, I'm now back on the couch where I belong post cleaning out my whole closet. I got Marie Kondo'd, as they like to say, and Clay and I shot some Instagrams, and now I am all set to pick back up my book. As I said, I've already surpassed 100 pages. I'm gonna sit here and try to read like 60 to 70 more. Probably make another cup of coffee. Clay is finishing up some work. He's like sitting on the other side of this couch. And then I think we're gonna watch Crazy Rich Asians and get ramen tonight. I'm so excited to watch the movie now that I've finished the book. I also ordered the next 2 books in the series, so I'm definitely gonna continue on with that like ASAP. But I feel pretty good about this Sunday. I feel like I've been putting off like cleaning out my closet, and I did quite a bit of cleaning, so that feels quite good. So I'm gonna pick up this weird little book and read some more pages because it's so peculiar in the best sorts of ways. So I'm gonna do some reading now. Goodbye. It is time for a coffee break. It's 5 o'clock. That can only mean one thing: caffeine. And the best part about making lattes is this: when the milk is done, you just pour it right in. Get some of that foam. Not a lot of foam. Ooh, poured a little too much. All right, gotta go. I went and picked up the ramen. Clay has to do a bit more work, but we're gonna eat the ramen. He's gonna finish his work. Oh, it's so good. And then we're gonna watch Crazy Rich Asians. In the meantime, we're gonna eat the ramen, watch Friends, and then I'll also update you before the movie about what I've read, because I'm on page 200 now of the book I'm reading, and it's so quirky and weird, and I want to update you guys. But right now I'm focusing on the ramen that is in front of me, because how can I not? It's so good. Hi everyone. So ramen was consumed. Clay is still working. So I thought I would check in and give you guys an update about my book. So I've passed the 200 page mark of Bragawan Spurge, the assassination of Bragawan Spurge, which, as I said, is like a really quirky fantasy novel. It's basically an elven emissary spy going to the Goblin Kingdom, and these two kingdoms have been at war for hundreds of years. They hate each other. There's lots of misunderstanding, and we follow Bragawan as he goes. But I would say like our main character isn't actually Bragawan. We do read from his perspective, and we see a lot of like images from his perspective. But actually the Goblin emissary who houses Bragawan, I'd say, is the character, at least so far, that you have more interaction with, whom I love. He's like the sweetest guy, rooting for him. This book is definitely kind of trying to illustrate two very different people who've been in conflict for a long time, and all of the misunderstandings that come with war and conflict. Specifically thinking about like the Goblin Empire and the Elven Empire, very different from each other culturally. They eat different types of food, they have different types of pastimes, they wear different types of clothes. And Bragawan, quite honestly, is really kind of a snob. Like, if it's not Elven, he thinks it's terrible. And Goblin culture, he thinks is bad. Versus the emissary from the goblin, he just wants to be best friends with Bhagwan and like learn about the elves from him, and because he's also a historian, he just like is interested in like getting another point of view and learning about another culture and like sharing his culture. So I'm hoping Bhagwan warms up to him and they realize they can be good friends. But that's kind of the like storyline. Obviously, Bhagwan is transmitting via images, which is why there's so many pictures in this book, like goblin secrets back to the Elven Empire. This book's pretty long, so there's still quite a lot of story to occur, but I don't know. I'm hoping it keeps going on this track. It's just so whimsical and weird and peculiar. The illustrations are so cool. And I just love Werfel, who's the goblin. He just wants to learn. He just wants to learn. If only Bhagwan could realize that he should just be trying to learn too. And misunderstanding. Just because you're different doesn't mean it's bad. Anyway, I'm gonna read more now whilst Clay finishes up working, and then we're gonna watch Crazy Rich Asians. We've been watching a lot of Friends, as you can see, paused on the television. Phoebe just had babies. It was a very exciting episode, but now I want to get back to reading, so I'm gonna do that now. I finally finished. I actually got a pretty decent of the way through my book, so I'll update you guys on that later. And now we're finally gonna watch Crazy Rich Asians, which we're both super excited about. So that's for now, and then what are we gonna do after, Clay? Read?
Read.
Or watch more Friends? Maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe.
Hi everyone, so Clay and I finished the movie. He's taking Matilda out to the bathroom right now, so we'll chat about the movie when he gets back, but I thought in the meantime I would catch you up on how much I've read of my book. The second book I started this weekend, which is The Assassination of Bhagwan Spurge, and I'm on page 315. Which I am very, very pleased with. I'm definitely gonna read more of this book tonight. It's so unbelievably charming and so weird, but in the best ways. I've already kind of described our two main characters, the historians, and like, you just kind of want them to form this great friendship, and they kind of become these like unlikely heroes, and they kind of have to go on this adventure. At least that's kind of where I'm at right now. Also, we follow their perspectives mainly, but we also kind of cut to other people in this world, and it's just really humorous. Like, there's these letters that are interspersed throughout this thing that are kind of like giving updates, like they are like intel updates, if you will. And it's just hilarious. It's like, I don't know, this book is so hard to describe because of how strange it is, and honestly, it's almost, I would say maybe like 20% illustrated. And the illustrations are super, super cool and are part of the intel reports because he's transmitting, as I mentioned before, all the visuals he's seeing. So like sometimes we'll be reading a scene and then it'll be kind of almost like a ... and we'll get there and then we'll have an intel update and we'll visually experience the scene, or it'll be visually recapped for us, which is really cool because it just provides a lot of atmosphere and ambiance, a lot of characterization, as this world is very peculiar and unique. I don't know, this is definitely not like anything I've ever read before. It feels very much like, not like a fairy tale, but like definitely like some sort of story that feels like it's been around for a long time. And from that, I feel like I almost want to say it's like a storybook, almost like maybe like a Grimm tale, like a Grimm brother tale. What I'm trying to say to that, it's like, this is like highly characterized and highly dramatized. You're not like, you know, in Bhagwan Spurge's point of view, like shipping him with a character in this story. It feels very much like a Hansel and Gretel-esque story. Like we're following along and it's a wild time. I guess what I'm trying to say, it feels like it kind of is hearkening to this old style story time, you know, like this is like, come children, gather around, let's tell the tale of the assassination of Bhagwan Spurge. So yeah, anyway, I'm really liking it a lot. It's what I needed. I wanted to read something that was a little out of the box, and it's definitely fitting the bill. Right now, Clay and I have retreated to the bedroom. We have to go to bed soon. Real life is coming, and it's coming fast. I think we are gonna watch some Friends. And then do some more reading. I did not get everything I needed to get done today. Classic Sunday. But I got some of it done. and then I cleaned out my closet. So, I mean, like, look at it. Look at it. She's organized now, you know? Look at that hanger space. Space there, space there, space there. Hangers, hangers, just more hangers. Now I'm just going on and on and on and on. So, okay, I'll go now. Okay, Clay's back. We can talk about Crazy Rich Asians now, which I really liked. What did you think?
I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was different from the book here and there, and it was especially like fresh for me because I literally finished the book not even 24 hours ago. But I really liked it. I think it captured like so much of the vibrancy of the book.
Haven't read the book, but
you would agree it was vibrant.
It was vibrant.
It was really funny. It was super cool. It was just wild. I don't know.
Makes me want to go to Singapore.
Same. It was so beautiful. I hope they make another one because I know obviously there's 2 more books in the series, so hoping there's a movie.
Yeah.
2, 3.
Definitely, like the way the movie ends is totally open for a sequel, but
yeah,
it could also be a self-contained movie as well.
Yeah, I agree. Like they could do well, I won't say, but yeah, I agree that they could definitely make another one. But I don't know, I really liked it. I thought it was really charming and beautiful. I mean, so many of like the sets were incredible. Like all the old Singaporean homes and stuff were just like specifically Nick's grandma's house. It's just like, whoa. It's like the Queen of England.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super good. I'm glad I finally watched it.
Me too.
Long time coming, I feel like. We're so better at watching movies now. But yeah, so now we're going to read. So Clay has been doing much better about reading, haven't you?
I have.
You might almost finish the book before the end of Jan.
Almost.
I don't think you'll finish, but you're getting there.
Yeah. Well, Jan ends on Fridays, or on Thursdays, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I won't, but I'm getting there.
You're
First
making your
week
way.
of Feb. Stretch goal.
Stretch goal. I believe in you. All right, well, we are going to read now, so we'll check in. But yeah, we just wanted to give a quick review of Crazy Rich Asians because it was awesome and we wanted to talk about it. So, goodbye. Hi everyone, welcome to the end of the vlog, not the next day. So funny story, I was editing this vlog and realized I never ended it. I blame me shortly getting the stomach flu after like the conclusion of the previous vlog. So I'm here to end it. You might recognize the sweater from my next reading vlog, but I did want to talk about the books I read that weekend because one, I really enjoyed both of them and I ended up reading quite a bit. I know I read over 700 pages, which was quite the good reading weekend, especially because I had such a bad reading week prior. But let's talk about the books. First things first, I completed Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I read the last 320 pages of this, I want to say. Yeah, exactly. I read the last 320 pages of this that weekend. I loved this book so much. It was boisterous, it was loud, it was vibrant, it was hilarious. I plan on reading the next book in the series very, very soon. I just loved this so much. Such a change of pace for me, which is honestly nice to switch things up. And I feel like I'm going to be challenging myself more to do that throughout this year. So really liked this book. And then from there, I read 400 pages of The Assassination of Bhagwan Spurge by M.T. Anderson and Eugene Yelchin. This was just a really unique, quite frankly, fast and easy read as well. It's a very peculiar story, basically following the Elven and Goblin Kingdom. They've been at war for a very long time, culturally different, and they just haven't gotten along, and they never really have given the chance to kind of get to know each other. At the beginning of the story, our main character, Bhagwan Spurge, is basically sent as an emissary to deliver a gift and also unknowingly assassinate the leader of the Goblin Kingdom. He's there and stays with a goblin emissary that basically throughout the story they realize they have a lot in common, and they basically are supposed to foil each other, and there's a lot of illustrations in this as well. It's a really clever, funny, and weird story that I really liked and flew through. It was just like really lovely to read in a weird way. It felt kind of like a, not quite like a fairy tale, but like a cautionary tale, you know what I mean? Like, we are going back to talk of a time of the goblins and the elves and their long conflict, and we follow Buckle and Spurge and, you know, whatever. I'm saying weird things now, but I liked it. It was interesting and highly entertaining, so I ended up finishing this shortly after the weekend and finished it before the end of January, but read 400 pages that weekend, and it was so good. So yeah, that is everything I read for this reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon with another video soon. Goodbye.